What problems were you dealing with in your business before working with Blue Media House?
Just unfamiliarity. I worked for a big global business before starting my own firm. When I was there, you'd pick up the phone to an accountant and they knew who you were. Starting P&C Partners, you'd make a phone call. Hi Lee, it's from P&C Partners. Sorry, what do you do? Who are you? What's the call about? And you spend the first 5 minutes of the phone call trying to gain the candidate or the client's trust in who you are and what you do. What I was hoping to gain, and what I have gained from working with Blue Media House and doing more of this type of content, is that familiarity, that brand awareness, that trust, legitimacy that I was looking for.
What specific improvements or results have you noticed since using our service?
I got a candidate phone me at one point in time and said, hey, we've never spoken before, but I've seen your content on LinkedIn. Yeah, I wanted to talk to you. I'm ready to make a move. That was excellent. We have also managed to use some of the videos that we've produced on behalf of clients to win new clients and new work, explaining to them that this is part of our candidate attraction strategy. So that's been super helpful. We've gained more followers to our LinkedIn business page as well as our individual pages. And I think also for the staff that work for P&C Partners, it's helped them build their own personal brand in quite a noisy market.
Would you recommend us to others and why?
I certainly would recommend you to others. I have recommended you to others, and the reason as to why, I think from the outset I could see Guillaume really interested in what I was doing as a business. I saw that we were pretty similar in nature, sort of trying to work things out to start with ourselves. I found him to take feedback really well if something hasn't been either what I was thinking or perhaps to my sometimes unrealistic expectations. He's come up with a solution. He hasn't just listened to me whinge. He's actually taken that away and thought of a way to combat it. For instance, today we've done a 4-hour shoot to gather 2 months worth of content, where before we were doing a 2-hour shoot every month, and it just wasn't enough time to get things done well. And that'll then allow you guys to bring the still photographer in and get a higher quality, higher caliber still photography shots. It's been great.
Before deciding to work with us, what concerns or doubts did you have, and what made you decide to move forward anyway?
I wasn't particularly natural to begin with in terms of being in front of the camera. I wouldn't suggest I'm a natural now. And I didn't necessarily know if what I had to say people really were that interested in hearing. I, like everybody, consume a reasonable amount of social media, and I always think to myself, that guy's incredibly entertaining. How could I sound more like that person? But realistically, just getting in and having a crack at it was enough to get the ball rolling, and it gained some feedback from clients and candidates. Really good quality content, looks really well put together. Again, like everything that you do, you just get better at it. If you've got budget to put towards high caliber, incredibly well produced social media content, then get into it, have a crack at it. There is only an upside. You can see the way things are going. The more brand awareness, the more founder-led content that's out there builds more trust in the brand in general. Trust is what gets you consideration with customers, and all we look for is just that consideration point, because I think once we get in front of them, we can sell them really well. There's all these touch points leading into that point in the process that content helps you with.